tale of white bread, a pale sight they said. In the end, lying dead, he didn't have $1. His dying homestead, a cardboard squalor. An overdose blunder cost him his mama. Now just another number, he was lost to the trauma and staked his claim to blame a game that left his soul hollow. Got him a famed nickname and the story to follow. They said he was Bel Air smart, used to sell rare art. Daddy had some money, but Mommy fell apart 'cause Papa was cheating with a honey and decided to depart. Now a product of rejection, Mommy was part of a collection of folks that lost all hope and avoiding introspection turned to the toe tag dope. It didn't take too long for Mommy to start jonesing, humming that new dragon song she summoned to Sonny 'cause she owns him. Gave him a bag full of money big enough to drag her bones in and said, "Make it quick, honey, I'm feeling sick and getting lonesome." He knew he had to come through, she wouldn't have an intervention. Gotta do what you do. So with the true best intention, chest filled with apprehension, he called an old friend in who'd reached a dead end in, going steady with Freddie. He'd know where to send him. It had been a while since he saw his friend Darren. Maybe denial, or in the end he just stopped caring. Staying close with a junkie is a war of attrition. Could die from a dose of the monkey or just poor condition. But to find a free bunk he might be down round the mission. Well, lo and behold, there he was just sitting. Truth be told, looking so old in baggy clothes that didn't fit him. When he heard, "Hey there," he wasn't aware it was a greeting, and put arms in the air like he was retreating from a beating. Then a pack of smokes, cokes, a toothless smile. He knew talking to folks is always useless while there's a smell of fear and an air of confusion. He could instantly tell as his stare became clear. Dare held the smokes dear, embracing the delusion. "Mama's not faring well, dear. She gotta get some Freddie. You ought to know where they sell pills swallow ready." Her longtime doctor, who just let her test them, now won't restock her 'cause she asked the wrong question. And he knows she's a talker.
"Boy, you ain't got a prescription, so you gotta make a trip, son. Gonna have to take a chance with the rotten, dying and forgotten, and fake an empty trance if they're crying when you drop it. Keep your dope tight and stay out in the open. Don't go in at night, get something right to hold the dope in."
Thought it best for this journey to go dressed like an attorney, wearing clothes just saying I'm willing to be paying, knowing the part he was portraying was showing there'd be no delaying or trying to barter to pay a bit less. Why make it harder when you're scared shitless? When he turned on Crenshaw and then saw the hell there, he knew any street faux pas would mark him as Bel Air. All milky and doughy, moving silky, but so slow he was an easy target, and it wasn't even dark yet. The word was out about the new arrival, walking MLK in South Central LA. No doubt, no way, no chance of survival. They called him white bread, quite a sight they said, thinking he's ready for Freddie, but a bright white light instead. A dapper gay man behind those Ray-Bans, strutting on his Dolces, but careful, he's looking both ways when he crosses the street where the bosses in the heat'll put fire to the feet of a buyer come shopping in attire they might suspect a liar or some copying. Now white bread in a scene he made to size up his fright and dread, so keen, afraid to lift his eyes up when voices behind him rise up and remind him he had three choices: try some, buy some, or get ready to die, son. Trying to stay in the open, he stopped at the curb in front of someone smoking a blunt, hoping not to disturb him. There in broad daylight, safety forsaken, hands shaking, the play right there for the making. He touched his chest gently and guessed in the event he lost this gamble, he could maybe still be discreet and amble on down the street. So then the dice rolled, heart pumping, thumping, bold, eyes cold, sweat beating, the bet seconds old. Knowing he was needing to get a foothold, he held up his billfold. Then the deal was proceeding and the product sold, and white bread, so the story's told, ran away holding his britches, leaving the clan that day bent over in stitches. He jumped in a taxi, so pumped, alive, and jacked to the max. He was so happy to survive, then collapsed in the back seat and told the man to drive. White bread came home to mommy waiting, in bed all alone, her head pulsating, smoking and crying, ashtray overflowing, so broken and denying, no way her knowing that relief from the pain and grief and aching would be a brief refrain and cause more heartbreaking. She tipped back her wine and swallowed a pill, then said, I'm so tired of crying, I need to chill. Then white bread turned out the light and said, best to rest easy, mama, let your sorrow slip away. It's a test, this drama, tomorrow's another day. Poor white bread. That night she was dead. Supposing she was dozing, he stopped by her bed and felt her hands frozen, then lost his head. He brought her the reaper, the breath of the dragon, and now mommy's death sleeper, the coroner's wagon. So feeling the villain, they said he slid low, an empty soul to fill in with Freddie on Skid Row. Poor white bread, a sore sight, they said. In the end, lying dead, he didn't have a dollar. His dying homestead, a cardboard squalor. An overdose blunder cost him his mama. Now he's another number, lost in this drama. A last breath, a tragic tale. How many souls on the sea of death will set sail from overdosing fentanyl, abandoned by the Fed and all their rhetoric retread about them living the life they led. All the while, we're in denial about the addiction, affliction of the rank and file. waiting for a directive from the ever-debating, ineffective elective, too busy with the bottom line. Meanwhile, all these folks are dying.